My name is Trevor Tinker, and this is my EDUC 526 Capstone presentation in the Fall 2 term of 2014. It has been a long journey to fulfill my destiny to teach mathematics. I developed a proficiency and love of mathematics in high school and attended Azusa Pacific University to earn a Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. I was then inducted into Math for America Los Angeles and attended Claremont Graduate University for my credentials and Master's of Education. While at great university, its program moved too fast for me and I fell behind in terms of teaching performance. This left me unable to continue my studies for a whole year, in which I felt aimless and confused about my destiny. After wrestling with my shaken confidence, I felt it would be best to again pursue my destiny of teaching at a place I call home, Azusa Pacific University. There I worked hard to earn my credentials and my Master's of Education in Digital Teaching and Learning. APU has been instrumental in training me to be an effective teacher, and the emphasis on digital teaching and learning has been key to developing many different ways of approaching teaching, creating collaborative exercises, and reaching even the most difficult students through appropriate technologies. In EDUC 511, we learned how to use Google Hangouts to meet across the internet, and we also learned how to use LiveBinders as online portfolios. In EDUC 512, we learned a lot about the apps in the App Store and how we can use them to increase productivity. We also did a spot of blogging, and for our signature assignment, we developed a web quest in which students get on this web page that leads them through an investigative study of desired content. In EDUC 513, we learned about learning management systems. Learning management systems are really efficient in coordinating all student work. They allow for convenient means of showing lessons and giving detailed instruction that the students can explore on their own and at their own pace. Additionally, we learned what it meant to be a good digital citizen and how to teach that. In EDUC 514, we learned all the important aspects of audio and lighting. We learned how to screencast and to video record and to create good quality video. EDUC 515 had us explore a lot about applications on the iPad, just looking up all of those apps and more apps. We also dealt with Twitter and learning how to create a professional learning network from it. We also dabbled more with blogging and learned about the flipped classroom and even made a website. Overall, this class taught us to look at how technology has emerged and how it is continually evolving. EDUC 522 had us look at the multiple intelligences and learn how to incorporate everything that we had learned in the program thus far into lessons, into unit planning, into everything that it means to be a teacher. In EDUC 525, we learned how to code websites in HTML5 code. This is extremely important in creating a hub for the students to continually return to. After all, no one likes anything that is static. And lastly, in EDUC 526, we learned to tie all of this together. We took everything from the previous courses and incorporated it in a curricular unit plan, and we also dived into some action research. For my action research project, I wanted to focus on attributes that would refine me into a better teacher. I had been feeling that my lessons lacked creativity, so I was not creative and lacked the creative capacity to do something amazing with my students. In order to be more creative, I researched creativity. First, I learned that creativity is cultivated. It is grown, and there are 4 factors that stimulate this growth. They are capturing ideas, challenging one's thinking, broadening one's perspectives, and surrounding oneself with different stimuli. Second, creativity or creative products should be based upon a new model. N for novelty, E for effectiveness, and W for wholeness. Creativity is a broad topic, so the new model states that creativity is innovation and newness with purpose and usefulness, and united by the clarity and meaning of the subject. To refine and develop my creativity, I sought to capture thoughts, challenge my thinking, broaden my horizons, and/or surround myself with different things each half week for 3 weeks. After at least 30 minutes of this, I would take my time to develop a lesson or a lesson idea. This lesson or idea would be measured against the quantitative rubric measured to design my overall level of creativity. After this project, I've learned something extremely valuable. Despite the research and data, I've learned that creativity is not about originality or inventing something new. Rather, it is about what you can do with what you have. As for my curricular unit plan, I focused on one of the earliest topics covered in Algebra 1 and Integrated Math 1, equations. Student understanding of equations sets up the rest of mathematical understanding and their ability to structure mathematical arguments in sequence. As making equations from information and solving them are so critical to mathematical thinking and proficiency, I've developed a unit plan that takes approximately 20 days and puts the learning in the students' hands. In a one-to-one classroom, students will be able to work collaboratively on Google Docs, participate in threaded discussions on problems in the Safe Classroom Forum at Collaborized Classroom, drill and quiz each other using Quizlet, and interact with solving equations using virtual pan scales. Additionally, students will be introduced to using technology like Khan Academy and screencasting to increase their ability to study, research independently, and critique others in order to gain understanding of content and evaluate processes others may use. The collaboration would reach its climax at the end of the unit with a truly creative project. Students will work with up to 3 other students to produce a video featuring students' understanding of making, manipulating, and solving a real-world equation. The video is merely for submission's sake. The actual project allows the students to determine their medium. Students could create a music video, a song, a skit, a book, a magazine, a screencast, a work of art, or some other creative representation that demonstrates their work. Students will be graded on the quantitative rubric measuring the complexity and accuracy of their chosen or invented equation and the construction of the problem, its solution, and its portrayal in the video. Overall, I'm very excited about my future as a teacher. While the journey has been hard and will continue to be so, as I struggle to provide students with the best that I can offer them, I am very blessed to have learned so much at APU and to have joined the ranks of educators. I have much to do and many areas to grow in before I fulfill my destiny to be the greatest math teacher, but I have all the time and all the patience in the world as I seek out ways to better myself.